We're in the island of Java, a place known for its cultural richness, but also because of its enduring poverty. The smiling faces, the slow, almost lazy pace, they disguise the hardship endured by generations of poverty. Since the 19th century, if not before, it became a farmer's tradition in Java and elsewhere to work in the informal sector after each rice harvest. Farmers remain in their paddy fields for 2/3 of the year. But in the rest of the year, they change focus, enter different areas of agriculture, such as cattle raising, for instance, where they were paid for their labor and not their produce, or even change professions. Many try their luck in the streets of big cities. This is the true reality of poverty in Java. People losing their proud farmer identity, dissociating from old traditions, and finally adapting a culture of poverty. In other words, farmers in Java became traditionally poor. Of course, not all farmers gave up the struggle to better their traditions. Some, such as Bango-Pearl, are striving to uphold and renew the tradition of planting non-rice crops, the palawija, to improve the income of farmers.
Dikarenakan memang tanah itu kalau selalu padi, itu hasilnya kurang dan tanahnya menjadi tanah rusak. Tidak mungkin menjadi tanah yang subur, tidak mungkin.
However, despite their deep insights and vast experience, they too found it hard to establish market orientation and business acumen for their black soybean productions. Black soybeans, used by Unilever Indonesia to produce its branded soybean sauce, are one kind of the palawija. They are grown locally since ancient times, but were almost forgotten during the modernization of agriculture in Java.
Jadi kedelai itu memang sejak lama ditanam di Cina dan juga di Indonesia. Dan produk kecap itu sebetulnya aslinya dari Cina ya, terutama untuk kecap asin. Jadi memang untuk bahan dasar kecap itu adalah nomor 1 kedelai. Tapi sekarang yang banyak dipakai adalah kedelai kuning, terutama defated yellow soybean yang asalnya dari Amerika. Itu hasil dari sisa produksi minyak kedelai. Nah, kemudian untuk kedelai hitam itu kebanyakan mereka-mereka yang masih produksi kecap tradisional. Dan mungkin ada beberapa yang modern seperti kecap Bango itu yang menggunakan, tapi pabrik-pabrik yang besar yang lain itu menggunakan defated black soybean.
Professor Mary Astuti is one of Indonesia's few experts in food science and nutrition that focuses on soybeans. Together with a handful of assistants, students and graduates of the Agricultural Technology Department of the University of Gajah Mada, she provides consultancy for the Unilever Black Soybean Farmer Development Program. Unilever formed the Black Soybean Farmer Development Program when it realized enormous growth in its soybean sauce business. As production facilities required a much larger supply of black soybeans, it saw an opportunity to help farmers, such as Bango-Pearl, to fight poverty by increasing their palawija produce. Yet, to do that meant to tackle the challenging task of changing farmers' traditions. Unilever knew that in order to form sustainable partnerships with the farmers, trust had to be built and maintained from the start. Promises had to be realistic and kept.
Petani sangat antusias dengan adanya program ini. Mungkin saya bisa mengelompokkan dalam 3 kelompok. Yang pertama mungkin finansial, yang kedua mungkin dari segi pindaan dari kita, yang ketiga gaulnya itu. Ya, petani sangat senang.
The program was deliberately staffed with students and graduates that knew their way around the villages in Java, supervised by experienced Unilever field officers. Inda is one of the graduates. Speaking the local language and having an education in agriculture helped her and her colleagues a lot. Yet, when it came to marketing the idea, further help was needed. Informal leaders were contacted and talked to in order to convince them of the program's importance. The field staff worked hard for months, but in the end, they had a few but very experienced leaders. As for the proof the farmers were demanding in exchange of their trust, Inda was armed with Unilever's promise to absorb all produce that met the agreed standard of quality. This meant, in a way, Unilever was actually inverting the traditional practice of poverty alleviation by providing a ready market first, prior to production. Together with the informal leaders, Inda and friends socialized the program, promoting a production rate of 1.5 tons per hectare, with a price rate around 25% higher than market average for the more common yellow soybeans. They succeeded. Then again, changing people's mindset is never easy. Some of the farmers, keen to earn their money fast, harvested before time.
Ngeten iki. Oh, maksudnya dereng panen ngene Pak Giman dereng. Nggih, mila niku mbok menawi dinten Jumat napa Sabtu. Nggih, sakmenika dihentikan kemien nggih.
Inda and the other field staff had a lot on their hands to keep things on track. Furthermore, with the average land ownership of below 1,000 square meters per farmer, it was also necessary to recruit as many farmers as fast as possible.